Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to the series. Yes, this is a series. There's been a few episodes already of TV shows that I missed out on. They take a while to watch, so that's why there's like such a big gap between episodes. But like, I watch them as fast as I can, and I get these reviews out, sort of reviews anyway, just talking about the shows. And this one is The Sopranos. So I'm in this group chat. It's been around since 2013. It's not as active anymore, but it's quite active quite a lot in 2016, 2017, and even before that, and just after that as well. It's a long-standing group chat. It still exists on Twitter, and we talk about a lot of things. We're into the same sort of movies. We all like action, superheroes and stuff. We all love Batman. We all love The Godfather as well. Tom Hanks, any Tom Hanks movie is fully admired in that group chat. There's a lot of DiCaprio, De Niro, Al Pacino. They're talked about a lot in that group chat. People love. We all love those movies, you know, movies by certain people and certain types of movies. So we had a lot in common, and we had a lot of movies in common. So whenever one of them recommended a TV show, I would listen, because I was just like, they like some of the movies that I like. Maybe I have a similar taste in TV shows as well. Also, on top of that, one of the guys in there recommended me a sport called AFL, and now I make videos about that sport on the main channel. So a lot of good things came out of there. Someone else recommended me Filthy Frank YouTube channel, and I got a lot of entertainment out of that. So there's a lot of things that I got recommended through there that have really gained my interest. And the main thing is TV shows. The Walking Dead, got it from that group chat. The Great Game of Thrones. People in that group chat, at least like a couple people recommended that to me in that group chat. The Walking Dead, like half the group chat recommended that. Suits as well, I'm pretty sure like one person recommended that one. A lot of shows that I've watched, even Peaky Blinders as well, a lot of shows that I've watched I've got from that group chat. They've recommended it to me, and we recommend each other. Like, we all recommend each other TV shows to watch. And one of those shows recommended by one person was The Sopranos, and he recommended it to me like 5 years ago, and I'm only just watching it. If he sees this video, I'm so sorry, mate. It took me too long. But I have a long list of TV shows to watch. That's my excuse. Alright, it's an actual reason, not just an excuse. There's a lot of TV shows on my list, and half of them are like really long, so allow me. But I finally watched it, and as you said, mates, it is fantastic. One of the greats. And someone else, Jordan, a second person, also recommended it. He watched it before me, like recently, which is kind of annoying because it was on my list like 7 years ago, and he's watched it before me. That's how bad I am. That's how bad I am. But really though, to both the people who recommended it to me, it's just such a great show, you know. It's such a great show from start to finish. The storytelling is really good. There's so many good serious scenes. There's family drama. So it's a mob TV show. It's about the mafia. It's about a guy, Tony Soprano. He runs a section of the mafia in New Jersey, and it doesn't just focus on mafia operations. It also focuses on his personal life as well, about his family, on his son and daughter and wife. They have their own lives as well. You get their own story arcs. You get to see what they're doing in their lives. There's a weird comparison, a very weird comparison, but in some ways I could compare Tony Soprano in The Sopranos to Walter White in Breaking Bad. Why? Because they've kind of got double lives in a way. Like Tony Soprano, he's a mafia guy, and he deals with certain organized crime, obviously. But on the other hand, he has his family to look after. But in the same way, Walter White, he has this drug dealing thing, and on the other hand, has his family as well to provide for, and he's got this sickness. Tony Soprano hasn't got a sickness. I mean, he has, sort of. He's depressed, and he's got a therapist from episode 1. So Tony Soprano is a depressed mafia boss, and with a family to look after, and his family are like very troubled. Like, there's a lot of different conflicts within his family as well, and it focuses quite a lot on family life. And it's not just his family, also other people's families as well. Other guys in the mafia, their families, Tony's sister. There's so many different elements to it, so many different characters from different families, and it's very interesting. You get the excitement of the mafia wars, but you also get the drama of family drama, and you get comedy as well. There's a lot of good comedy in this, surprisingly. There's two characters that get stuck in a forest in the ice in the winter, and they get stuck there for a few days. It's some of the funniest scenes in this whole show. Like, that's one of the funniest episodes for me. I'm not going to say who or what, because it's spoilers. You have to watch it. But there's two characters, and for some reason, I'm not going to say what the reason is, but for some reason they end up in the forest, in the ice. and they get lost, and it's just funny. Like, this whole thing between these two characters, they don't get along either. Like, I love buddy cop movies, and I love those because, like, it's usually two people that just don't get along. They argue with each other, but they still got to work together to try and accomplish something. In the way, there's like this, it's not a buddy cop thing, obviously, but these two characters, they don't like each other, clearly, and they have problems with each other, but they still got to work together to try and get out of this situation. I like scenes like that. I like movies that do that, TV shows that do that. So yeah, they do comedy well as well. So they do serious scenes well, they do comedy scenes well. There's a lot of emotional scenes, there's a lot of hard-hitting scenes, and the ending is very unique. It's not an ending that everyone will like, but if you properly understand it, I think it's a very nice ending. It's in a way unexpected, and it just fits the show. The way they ended this, for a lot of shows it'd be a weird ending, but for this show, I feel that it fits the show really well, because sometimes you don't know in life what happens. That's not really a spoiler, but it's just that the way they end it, it's just like, it's not like most endings. It's very unique in itself, but like, I think it's better to understand if you watch it yourself and like you watch them explain videos of it. But just the way they end it, it fits the show. It fits the show. It doesn't feel underwhelming, but it doesn't feel over the top either. It fits for the type of show it is and the type of character that Tony Soprano is. The ending just fits really damn well, and it's really well done, really well acted. There's even some like famous people in this, you know, people like Jon Favreau's in this. I think he's there as Jon Favreau. I'm pretty sure. I think he's there as himself. If you don't know, Jon Favreau, obviously he directed the first Marvel MCU movie, and obviously that's become some sort of some big empire now. Obviously a popular director, and he's directed other great things before that as well. And for him to just pop up in The Sopranos as himself is pretty cool. I think seeing a much younger, because this show started in 1999, ended in 07, so it was quite a while ago. But I think it evolved quite a lot, because like in 1999 it seemed like it was quite a while ago, but then when you get to the last season in 07, it just looks a lot more modern in a way. Although also the same for the most part as well. But Tony Soprano, there's mafia dealings, and the FBI and the police, they're investigating him, so they're kind of after him as well. So I'm not going to say much more because, again, spoilers. But I hope you understand the comparison between him and Walter White. I hope it doesn't like go over your head. If you've seen Sopranos, you see. If you've seen both shows, I think you kind of see. You might kind of see what I mean. Like Tony Soprano, like Walter White, is not really a good guy, but he's a likable bad guy. You know, Walter White was a likable bad guy until the last season. Tony Soprano is a likable bad guy in this as well. Just like in Power, actually. Power is not a good comparison because I don't think that shows on the level of these two shows, but Power, Tommy, for example, or Ghost, you know, they're likable villains in a way. You know what I mean? You know the saying, every villain is the hero of their own story? To the police, he'd be the villain, but to him and through our eyes, he's the hero of the story. So I kind of like that perspective to things. But there's a lot of good moments. Like, I'm not going to like go into spoilers, but the ice stuff, there's someone and a dog. So in like season 4, I think, there's a incident with a dog and someone sitting down. That's as much context as I'm giving, but it's just a weird. There are some characters that I just don't like decisions they make, the things they do. Some characters I really like, and some characters I change opinions on because they kind of like change a little bit, change for the worse sometimes, or the better. There are characters that certainly grow on me. There are some characters that I just don't like at all, but everyone acts really well in this. Like, all the actors do a damn good job. But there's an incident with a dog, right? It's really random. There's a bear thing, a thing with an actual bear. You know, I mean, don't think it's a real bear in the show, but an actual bear turns up somewhere, and that's one of the comedy parts of it. And I'm just like, what's going on here? But it doesn't just deal with, obviously, mafia. It deals with depression as well. Tony Soprano is depressed, and his family has issues as well. So there's a lot of relatable things to certain people. One of the best things the therapist says is, depression is rage turned inward. That kind of makes you think when she said that. Depression is rage turned inward. I never thought about it like that. And I never really thought about it like that. There were some great episodes though. Season 6, episode 2 and 18 as well. Episode 18. Something big happens. Obviously, 6 seasons. The first 5 seasons are 13 episodes. The last one's 21 episodes. Episode 18 is towards the end of the whole show, and a few huge things happen. Something really sad, and something really uplifting in a way as well. Towards the end, it's a crazy last 20 minutes. I can tell you that. Season 6, episode 18 is a mad one. Maybe the best episode of the entire show. And I think that's all I gotta say. Maybe I've forgotten a few things, but for the most part, I've just gotta say I love the show. It's a 9.4 out of 10, right? It's that good. I don't give anything a 10, alright? So think about that. Nothing is perfect. You can always find something wrong, even with the best things. Just remember that. No movie, no TV show has perfection. There's always a mistake you can find. So 9.4, but a great show. For me, it's my top 5 probably. HBO, man. HBO are elite at making shows. Think about it. They've made The Sopranos and The Wire. These are 2 shows that people regard in their top 10 at least, maybe top 5. Like, these shows are up there with the goats with a lot of people that have watched them. For a while as well, Game of Thrones was up there with a lot of people, including myself, but the final season does ruin it, so that brings it out of the top 10 for me. But up to season 7, that was maybe a top 5 show. Game of Thrones was amazing. HBO made that as well. They made True Detective. Season one of that show was so damn good. They also, what else did they make? Westworld, the show going on right now. It's gone 3 seasons, and it's a really good show. And the season 1 especially was really popular with a lot of fans. HBO know how to make great shows, and they are probably the best TV show network out there. Like, considering what they've made over the years, I'm sure they've made a lot more great things than what I've named, but they've really made a lot of great shows. HBO, they made the Watchmen series as well, didn't they? Watchmen was great as well. So HBO, they know what they're doing. They know how to make shows that people like. They know how to make shows that get people engaged, and they really put effort into, you know, making it high quality as well, compared to like Netflix. I still like Netflix. Netflix originals are great, but HBO just step it up another level. Like, if you look at Game of Thrones, the way they did those dragons and zombies, it looked like a movie, you know. And you don't usually get TV looking like a movie because the budget is usually a lot less. But HBO really like put more money into their projects, which I think is great. But HBO, they know how to make things. They really do. But yeah, this is not a network review thoughts. It's just Sopranos, which is a fantastic show. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. This was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.